I went to this lady who was a superintendent in charge of curriculum and suggested, because I realized that, you know, it's like my oldest daughter, when she was in first grade, she had these worksheets of, you know, simple addition and subtraction facts and stuff, and she brought her papers home. I guess most of the kids didn't, but she did, and there were a lot of red marks. And I finally had said, Brenda, do you know where you're making the mistakes? She didn't really understand the concept very well, and nobody was following through to show her which was wrong and what would have been right. It was just, yes, I made a lot of mistakes. And so I thought, the teachers don't have time to do this one-on-one in a whole class of first graders, and the classes were bigger then, and there, as well, when my sister started in Grundy Center, there were, you know, usually they were lucky if there were 25 in a first grade class, and they didn't have any assistance. I knew that if the kid would, you know, put the answer they thought, because a lot of times they just don't have the confidence, put the answer they thought and then check it with the calculator and then fix it, they would have a visual thing for the right combination and the practice of putting it, so that it would be a check. They could to teach them those simple number combinations, the addition and multiplication facts, so important, you know, because, you know, doing it with at that time some of the education people were saying, well, they don't have to learn that because they have a calculator. But doing that would be like looking up in the dictionary. Oh yeah, we've got a dictionary online now, it's easy. But have to look up and, but, and the every time. You don't get any meaning, you know, and so it was important. But this assistant superintendent said we couldn't use computers in the schools without the school board approving it. And so things have changed a lot through the time. And my sister said that she had a workshop person or a principal or somebody that had observed that the gurus come from the West and the East with all these highfalutin ideas. By the time they get to Iowa, they've just about decided they don't work anymore. So they weren't too far off from the basics very long before they did something else. And it isn't that things didn't have to change some, but sometimes I understand that I can hear them blaming the parents in the home life for what they aren't learning in school. And it never was expected that you learned it at home. The reason for having a school was because they couldn't learn it at home. The education establishment has, you know, oh, let's blame the parent for the conditions they're in. And I think that's a mistake. And a lot of that comes from having gone to one-room country school.
Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about that we just maybe hadn't had the chance to?
Can't think of anything offhand.
Okay, well, thank you so much for